Did you know that milkmaids played a crucial role in the development of vaccines? In the late 18th century, Edward Jenner observed that milkmaids who contracted cowpox, a less severe disease, were immune to smallpox. This observation led to the creation of the first successful vaccine in 1796. Let's dive into the fascinating history and evolution of vaccines. The birth of vaccination. Jenner's groundbreaking work began when he inoculated an 8-year-old boy with material from cowpox lesions. The boy developed immunity to smallpox, and Jenner's technique saved countless lives. This pioneering work laid the foundation for modern immunology. But how do vaccines actually work? Vaccines work by mimicking the presence of a pathogen in the body, prompting the immune system to develop a response. This response includes the production of antibodies, which are specific proteins designed to recognize and neutralize the pathogen if the body encounters it again. Essentially, vaccines train the immune system to recognize and combat specific diseases without causing the disease itself. Milestones in vaccine development. One of the greatest triumphs of vaccination is the eradication of smallpox. The World Health Organization launched an intensified global smallpox eradication program in 1967. After a concerted effort involving mass vaccinations and surveillance, smallpox was declared eradicated in 1980. Another significant achievement is the near eradication of polio. The introduction of the inactivated poliovirus vaccine, IPV, by Jonas Salk in 1955, and the oral poliovirus vaccine, OPV, by Albert Sabin in the 1960s, has led to a dramatic decrease in polio cases worldwide. The combined MMR vaccine, introduced in the 1970s, has been instrumental in reducing the incidence of measles, mumps, and rubella. The widespread use of the MMR vaccine has led to the elimination of these diseases in several regions. The HPV vaccine, introduced in 2006, protects against the human papillomavirus, which can cause cervical cancer and other cancers. This vaccine has the potential to significantly reduce the incidence of these cancers globally. And who can forget the rapid development and deployment of COVID-19 vaccines in 2020 and 2021? Using advanced technologies like mRNA, scientists were able to create highly effective vaccines in record time, helping to control the global pandemic. Types of vaccines. Over the years, scientists have developed various types of vaccines to effectively prevent diseases. Let's take a closer look at these. 1. Live-attenuated vaccines. These use a weakened form of the germ that causes a disease. They elicit a strong and long-lasting immune response. Examples include the measles, mumps, and rubella, MMR vaccine, and the yellow fever vaccine. 2. Inactivated vaccines. These use the killed version of the germ. They do not provide immunity as robust as live-attenuated vaccines, so booster shots may be required. Examples include the polio vaccine and the hepatitis A vaccine. 3. Subunit, recombinant, polysaccharide, and conjugate vaccines. These use specific pieces of the germ, such as its protein, sugar, or capsid. Because they contain only essential antigens and not the entire germ, the risk of side effects is lower. Examples include the HPV vaccine and the whooping cough, pertussis vaccine. And finally, mRNA vaccines. These are a newer type of vaccine. Instead of using a live virus, they use messenger RNA, mRNA, to instruct cells to produce a protein that triggers an immune response. Examples include the Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna COVID-19 vaccines. New types of vaccines currently being developed include several innovative approaches. DNA vaccines use genetically engineered DNA to induce an immune response. The DNA is injected into the body where it is taken up by cells and translated into proteins that trigger an immune response. Researchers are exploring DNA vaccines for various diseases including HIV, Zika, and certain cancers. Vector-based vaccines use a harmless virus or vector to deliver genetic material into cells. The cells then produce antigens that trigger an immune response. Examples include the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine and the Ebola vaccine. Protein subunit vaccines use harmless pieces of the pathogen, often proteins, to stimulate an immune response. They can be highly effective and have fewer side effects. Researchers are developing protein subunit vaccines for diseases like COVID-19 and malaria. Peptide vaccines use specific peptides, which are short chains of amino acids, from the pathogen to elicit an immune response. They are being investigated for their potential to treat cancer and infectious diseases. Viral vector vaccines, similar to vector-based vaccines, use a virus to deliver genetic material into the body. The key difference is that viral vector vaccines can replicate within the body, providing a stronger immune response. They are being developed for diseases like HIV and tuberculosis. The impact of vaccines has been profound on public health. They have led to the eradication or significant reduction of many infectious diseases, saving millions of lives annually. Global vaccination programs prevent an estimated 2 to 3 million deaths each year from diseases like diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, and measles. In addition to preventing deaths, vaccines also reduce the incidence of disease-related complications, improve quality of life, and reduce healthcare costs by preventing illness and reducing the need for medical treatments and hospitalizations. Challenges and future directions in vaccine development and distribution are significant. Despite the successes, there are still challenges to overcome. Vaccine hesitancy, driven by misinformation and distrust, remains a significant barrier. Ensuring equitable access to vaccines, especially in low and middle-income countries, is crucial for global health. Future directions in vaccine research include developing vaccines for diseases like HIV, malaria, and tuberculosis, as well as improving existing vaccines for better efficacy and safety. Advances in technology such as mRNA and vector-based vaccines hold promise for tackling emerging infectious diseases and pandemics. The history and evolution of vaccines are a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of scientific discovery. From Edward Jenner's pioneering work with cowpox to the advanced mRNA vaccines of today, vaccines have transformed public health and saved countless lives. As we look to the future, continued innovation and global cooperation will be key to overcoming challenges and ensuring that the benefits of vaccination reach everyone, everywhere. Think about that next time you get vaccinated. Like and subscribe for more fascinating medical histories.